Tonight, sentencing day for former Cleveland Councilman Ken Johnson, who was found guilty of corruption charges back in August. Mark Namick was in the courtroom today when Johnson learned his fate, and Mark joins us now on the set. Mark, quite a day in court today.
It was. It's the end of a 40-year career, and I've been following this case for a couple of years. So a federal court judge, John Adams, sentenced Johnson to 6 years in prison. And in an unexpected move, the judge had him taken away in handcuffs to start his term immediately. That seemed to surprise both Johnson and his attorneys. Johnson's activities got noticed several years ago after I highlighted them in a series of stories. Today is that final chapter of those, storied career of his. He walked into the court today alone, and I caught up with him. He didn't have much to say. Ken, do you have any regrets over your 40-year political career? Nothing? Anything to say about today's sentencing? Hoping for leniency? The jury convicted Johnson this summer on 15 corruption charges related to 3 schemes that robbed taxpayers out of tens of thousands of dollars. One scheme involved submitting false expense reports to City Council, which allowed him to pocket $1,200 a month in reimbursements for nearly a decade. He also directed hundreds of thousands of federal dollars to a neighborhood nonprofit that employed 2 of his kids. Now, prosecutors said the kids didn't always work, and some of that money ended up in Johnson's bank account, and he also cheated on his taxes.
Wow. I have to say, that image of Johnson walking into the courtroom, he's been such a charismatic figure for so long, is a stark difference from what we saw today.
Yeah, to be alone. His attorneys obviously met him in court, but and like in many cases where I've interacted with the councilman, he said nothing.
Wow, interesting. Terrific work. Enterprising journalism. Well done.
Thanks, Jay.